Hey guys, Erin, the Reformed Health Coach here. Today I'm going to show you 15 exercises that you can use for micro workouts. So everything we're going to do is either body weight or just using a simple band. This is actually like a TheraBand band that you would get from like a physical therapist, but you could use the tubing or any style of band will work for these. So I'm going to have a handful that require no anchor point, so just your body in the band. There's a couple that you'll need an anchor to attach the band to, and then there are a handful that require no equipment at all, just your body and maybe a prop like a chair or a bench. There are a few different purposes for micro workouts. It could be just something to get you active and moving a little bit throughout your normally sedentary day. Really great, especially to work on some postural muscles. If you spend a lot of time driving or sitting at a desk, we get in this rounded, hunched over posture. So working on opening up the chest, stretching out the neck, the front of the body, and activating the muscles on the back side of the shoulder and the upper back. Really great way to break up your day. Micro workouts can also be used to increase the frequency of your muscle building work. For example, right now I'm going to the gym 3 days a week for a full body weight training session, but in between on my non-workout days, I will do micro workouts just to do a little bit of band work to continue working on that muscle building signal. It actually helps with recovery, and the band doesn't do a lot of damage that you would normally experience from free weights, so you're not causing extra soreness in between. And if you just have a super busy life and it's hard for you to get in a 45-minute, hour-long workout session, micro workouts are a great way to spend 5 to 10 minutes a few times a day to get that volume in. So I'm going to be showing you 15 different exercises. I wouldn't actually do 15 exercises at a time. This is just a sampler platter for you. So I would typically choose 2 to 5 of these exercises and do 1 to 3 sets depending on how I was using it in my day and in my week. So we're going to start off with the exercises that only require the band, no other prop needed. So we're going to start with external rotation. So you're going to get yourself where you're holding the band, palms up. Your elbows are going to be tucked at your sides, just kind of straight out in front of you. Okay, we're always going to have our abs tight, our glutes tight, giving us a nice, strong, sturdy base. Roll the shoulders back and down, and then you just externally rotate, pull your arms apart, and we're keeping the elbows in contact with the side the whole time. Okay, this is hitting the very back of the shoulder. This is often the most weak part of the shoulder. A lot of times people see people with this really rounded shoulder. This is the muscle that helps to pull that back. If you've ever had an impingement, you're very aware of external rotation exercises from your physical therapist. Similar to this one, we're going to go palms down and arms straight out in front, right about shoulder height. Okay, we're going to start with our shoulders down, away from our ears, arms straight out, abs and glutes tight, and then you just pull straight apart. These are called band pull aparts. This is working the bigger muscles in between the shoulder blades. That's the band pull apart. If you had a longer band or a stronger band, which I don't have right now, you could put the band around the bottom of your foot and then use this to do an overhead press. If I attempted with this band, it would break and snap me in the face, so I will not. Instead, we're going to move on to some bicep curls. So depending on the length of your band and how much tension you want, for this length of band, I'm only going to go do one foot, but you could do both feet, increase the tension, and then you just curl. You can do palms up. You can do more of a thumbs up position. Do a hammer curl, so you come up, kind of pointing your thumbs over your shoulder, come down and squeeze the triceps for a hammer curl. And then we can do a tricep kickback. So I'm going to put both feet in, and I'm going to get into kind of a bent over position here. Pull my elbows up here to my sides and press back. Keeping the abs tight here, the back nice and strong and stable. Tricep kickback. From the same position, I'm going to grab down lower on the band and do a row. Just row straight back. Again, abs are tight. Show you from the side. So basically the same setup as the row. You could do a row to a kickback. You could combine those two. Now, if you have an anchor point, I'm going to use the handle on this sliding door here. Loop that through so you have equal on each side. And you can do standing rows. So just pull straight back, squeezing the shoulder blades together, tight glutes, tight abs. And you can do a fly from this position as well. Soft elbows, squeezing the shoulder blades back together. And I could flip around and do a chest press or chest fly from the same position. That's it for the band. The rest of this will just be body weight and with or without a chair or a bench. So you could just do squats. You could do chair squats. If it's in your office chair or a bench in a park, whatever, out for a walk on your break. Okay, focusing on sticking the butt back. Coming back up, get a nice squeeze in the glutes. So you can do this with or without the chair. Always trying to keep your abs tight, nice flat back. You can do a lunge as well. There's so many different varieties of lunges. You can step forward and lunge. You can step back and lunge. You can do a static lunge where you just have your legs in a split stance and you just squat straight down. You could even do a side lunge. I want to show you my two favorite bodyweight leg moves. These ones are a little bit more advanced and they both definitely require more strength, more coordination, and especially balance. So make sure that you do this safely. The first is a Bulgarian split stance squat. So this is kind of a next level lunge, I guess. So you're gonna need something to put something sturdy that you're gonna put your back foot on. It could be a bench, a chair, even a curb would work. What you're gonna do is you're gonna put your back foot up on whatever you're using the chair. Your front leg is gonna be the leg that's doing the work. Torso, you're gonna keep your back nice and straight, abs tight, and you just dip down. So I come down slow and controlled, and I come straight back up, squeezing the glute. From the other side. This is great for that quad as well as the glute. The next exercise is a single leg deadlift. This is really challenging. It really challenges your balance. You can do this with or without weight, even without any additional weight. It is a really good workout. So we're gonna be working one leg at a time, hence single leg deadlift. Okay, the leg that stays on the ground is the one that we're gonna be working. We're really gonna be working the hamstring and the glute of this leg. So you're gonna start off with your weight on one foot, soft bend in the knee. You're gonna raise your back foot up off the ground, reach it straight out behind you as you reach towards the floor. Okay, so we're balancing. We wanna try to keep these hips parallel. Balancing. Squeeze your butt, come back up. As you balance, you wanna kind of pick a spot on the ground. Let that leg go straight out behind you. Try to keep your hips parallel to the floor. Slow and controlled, come back up. You're squeezing this glute, you're squeezing the hamstring. Touch your foot and go back into it. If I was using weights, I would hold the same side as the leg that's working. I would hold a weight. Kettlebells are really good for this. You would just hold it and reach straight down and place it right by your foot, keeping the weight really close to your body. Okay, from the other side, it looks like this. Same thing, I'm gonna start with a nice soft bend in the leg. This leg is gonna go straight up behind me. Trying to keep that hip nice and square when we're in the air there. Nice squeeze of the glutes at the top. Okay, the next that requires no equipment at all. I'm not sure exactly what these are called. I call them torso slides. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna imagine that our lower body and our upper body are two completely separate pieces. So our lower body is gonna stay absolutely still. And we're gonna use our abs to slide our upper torso over and over. Okay, so you're gonna pull your belly button towards your spine. Okay, like someone's trying to poke you in the belly and you're trying to tense up as tight as you can. And then you just slide your upper body over one way, over the other way. So you're really using your obliques to pull your upper body over. and your lower body is staying nice and still. So these are torso slides, or maybe there's another name for them and I don't know. The last two exercises we need a chair for. You could use a chair or a bench. I have a chair handy here. So if you're out in public, especially if you're at home and you can do push-ups, you want to do push-ups from your knees or full push-ups, cool. If not, particularly in an office setting, you might not want to be like on your hands and knees on the floor, so we can use a chair. This is also kind of an intermediate between doing push-ups from your knees and doing a full push-up. So you're gonna put your arms on the edge of the chair or a bench. Okay, you're basically gonna hold a nice plank position here, tight abs, tight butt, and then lower yourself down and press back up. So I'm angling my elbows kind of at a 45-degree angle. See if I can get to where you can see the angle of my elbows. So I'm not going out with my elbows and I'm not going straight back. I'm going at about a 45-degree angle back. Okay, so those are chair push-ups. And then lastly, we're gonna do chair dips. Sit at the edge of the chair, put your hands kind of at the corners of the front of the seat there, and then you walk your legs off. Hold a nice reverse plank in this case, nice tight abs, and then bend your elbows, lower yourself down, and press back up. You can do this with your hands facing forward, so your fingers are pointing like in the same direction as your legs. It does put more strain on the shoulder. So I really recommend if they're kind of more at a 45-degree angle or even at a 90-degree angle to your legs. It takes a lot of the pressure off your shoulder. And the way you have your legs set up will determine how much weight you're using. So if my legs are straight out and I lower myself straight down, that's the most amount of weight I can use before I add body weight. But if I bring my knees in a little bit, have a slight bend, now I'm lifting less weight. So the closer your legs are into you, the less weight you're using. And then as you get stronger, you can bring your legs further out. Whew, and that is killer for the triceps. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this was helpful. Let me know, how are you going to incorporate micro workouts into your day? Did you learn any new exercises? Thank you for watching. Remember, reform your lifestyle, reform your health.